Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Copperport. And more importantly actually, welcome to what all going to plan is the penultimate visit with the Shawkatz on Coltman Lane, because this thing is getting dangerously close to finishing now. I had a bit of a test run through this morning actually, and yeah, so little left doing. But I think what we'll do this time then is we'll dive in, have a playthrough, and I'll just point out what needs to be done still. It's going to be pretty tight, but I may very well be able to pull off a playable demo in time for Halloween, but don't quote me on that, because that is going to be tight, but I'm sure as hell going to give it a try. So, what needs doing? Well, first off the bat, right here, I want to do some fresh title menu art, because this was just a mock-up, this one. I want something with a lot more detail in it, and mess around with the aspect ratio a bit so it fits nicely on some of the posters. But, yeah, not much else to really see on the title menu. All the bugs in the save feature have been pretty much ironed out. There's one left where the lighting gets a bit wonky after you die, but I'm pretty sure I know how to fix that, so I'll be getting that taken care of in the next few days. Let's just dive in. Skippity skip. 20th of October 1989, 7:48 PM. Struggling punk band the Shawkatz makes the last leg of their West Country tour. For weeks they'd travelled the winding country roads, moving from town to town, playing whatever half-forgotten venue they could find. With their funds running low and their fuel even lower, their van finally splutters to a halt in the middle of nowhere. Before them, the only house for miles around. Well, that's your first on the list of things that need doing, is I need to get the narration recorded, but Melissa's all primed and ready to go with that. I just need to give her a script. Likewise, voice acting needs to get done as well. Also want to have a bit of a tidy up with Hayley's animation. She's stood really awkwardly there. She's not quite lined up with Josh's pose, and that weird twist of the waist makes her waist look tiny and her boobs look disproportionately big. So, yeah, I want to get that fixed. Other than that, yeah, just little background details. It sounds like a really tiny, nitpicky thing, but I want a lamp above that door there because there's just too much negative space. But yeah, it's mostly just silly tidy up stuff like that, primarily. Anyway, let's skip past all this. This is just the usual blah, blah, blah. We're going to break into the house. We've broken down. We want to find fuel. We covered this in the earlier videos, so skip ahead. Okay, that's better. So, not much. I want some tooltips so we can click on things here and get little text descriptions, but not a hell of a lot else needs doing outside. Ooh, need to do something about that though. We shouldn't be able to see the edge of the world there, so that's for the list. We've got a bunch of our optional dialogue in place. Damn, this place is not exactly welcoming. Yeah, well done, Captain Obvious. But I want to put optional dialogue like that for every situation, so we could come over and talk to these guys and see what they've got to say. You could probably do with a little animation as well, so you're not staring blankly into space. Are you lined up properly now? Well, a bit better than before. Or not. Anyway, let's get inside. Right, yep, there we go, like before. Get a gnome to break into a home. And we're in. Okay, so once again, really could do with some more scenery. This place needs to be a hell of a lot more cluttered. I mean, this is meant to be the home of a hoarder, so yeah, junk everywhere we want. And you could probably do with being moved back a bit so your arm's not clipping through the window. Firewood. Need to update the texture on that so it actually fits with everything else. Ba-da-bum, firewood's in place. And on we go. Oh, another thing you should hopefully be noticing by now as well. What am I catching on? Oh, the door. Is one of the things I've done this month is I've gone through the pile of computer parts I had stashed in the corner of my room, and I built a fourth computer dedicated entirely to capture. So hopefully you're seeing a massive improvement in frame rate and picture quality at the moment. Oh, that's another new thing as well. The door is held closed by a padlock. So there's a couple of these around the house now, all very John Carpenter's Halloween there. But yeah, I added a few more steps into the inventory puzzles just because after all the story stuff was out of the way and our bad guy started roaming, we just didn't have enough time with him really, so that draws it out a bit more and just makes things that little bit more tense. Everything on the other side of the sub-basement is now built, but it's also packed full of story spoilers, so we won't be going down there today. Instead, we're going to dash across the house and let the others in. Oh, and I've got plans for this as well, so that's going to be moved into a different place. But that is not important right now. Where's our guys? Boom, Izzy for the win. Alright, let's just get inside, shall we? Right, we've done this scene before. I could do with tidying up Hayley's animations again. They're all still pretty rough. She's kind of in a bit of an awkward pose there. But other than that, we'll just skip ahead and I'll give you a bit of a summary of where we are. Okay, so blah blah blah, another scene that needed voice acting, box of matches. So, where are we? Yes, so we've broken down, we've climbed over the gate over there, Hayley's busted up her knee, Josh has run off to find help, and I've been asked to go and start the boiler. So we're going to take a trip downstairs and do that. Oh, another thing we also have now, although this is a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit redundant, this work, because all the evidence is now in place, but I've also completely rewritten the backstory now, so I need to change a bunch of those evidence items. Yeah, the original, what's the word I'm looking for? The original myth, the original story behind what was going on, was just a bit far-fetched and convoluted, so I've stripped out a bunch of deadwood and just made the story work a little bit smoother. Anyway, boiler, boiler, boiler. Use. Too damp, needs a little something to help it along. So nothing's changed there. Josh still lurks in the doorway looking like a freak. No way you're back that quick. Josh? Oh, okay then. Oh, now I'm in two minds about that, because that little scene there doesn't... Oh, if you line it up with the timeline once you've got the full story, it doesn't really quite make sense. But I'm also inclined to leave it in because I just kind of like it. It's just a nice little bit of foreshadowing. Anyway, we couldn't start the boiler, it was too damp, so if you remember from the previous videos, we're going to go off and find Farouk. And here he is. Now, I know we've done this scene before, but I have changed a little bit of the dialogue, which is very relevant to the story. So, we will do it in its entirety, although I won't tell you what I've changed, that's for you to figure out. Here's, check it out. I found whiskey. I used some to clean up Hayley's knee, but there's still a load left. Did Josh come through here? Nah, he'll be well on his way by now. Swear I just saw him downstairs. Only guy I know that could get lost looking for the front door. Ooh, that's strong. Come on, we've already smashed a window. Let's not rob the place as well. Ah, you're probably right. Yeah, normally am. Anyway, I've got a boiler to fix. Alright, have fun. Yeah, I could probably also do with doing a little something with you so you're not staring over at the corner when I'm stood up here as well. Might be an idea. Now, I want to get some optional dialogue functioning here as well, so we can click on him and have further, well, dialogue, further conversation, essentially. And I also want to twist that bottle so it sits label out. And I think, yeah, that's also floating in the air, so I probably need to adjust that a bit. Ah, come here. Anything in the drawers yet? Yes, we got a bunch of locked ones that we can get into later on. Oh, speaking of drawers, I believe... Oh, actually, while we're getting by... Yeah, there's another one of the cupboards. Oh, that TV's new as well. That comes into play later on, but I don't know if I will show that today or not. We'll see. But yeah, drawers, that's what I was saying, because we now have an additional pickup that we can get as well. We've got a bottle of painkillers. So let's have a peek at those. Boop. Painkillers. A bottle of generic over-the-counter painkillers. They won't do much to heal your wounds, but at least they'll make it so you don't care as much. Yeah, I'm sure you can guess what's going on there, though. Alright, boop, back out of that. So I've taken out the health regeneration system. So, yeah, because previously you could get hit, go and hide in a wardrobe or something, and then come out of full health. And it just made gameplay a little too easy. So now, when you hit, you stay hit. And you need to collect up the painkillers to heal yourself. Pretty straightforward stuff. Chuck some stuff in those drawers later on as well, maybe. We've got, yeah, our safe from before. Oh, and other additional pickups. Box of shotgun shells. So, originally we just had one big box in the safe, if you remember before. What I've done, though, is I've split them up, and there's now a bunch of boxes all over the house, but each one only has between 1 to 5 rounds in it, so you have to scurry around and find them all. So, once again, making things that little bit more tense. So, we're going downstairs, won't we? Boiler, boiler, boiler. Stop running into doors. Oh, walls. Walls and doors. Right, so we have, yep, shotgun shells, painkillers, matches, whiskey. Boop! The wood's been soaked with whiskey. And we also want another boop of matches. Boop! The boiler is lit. Now that mellow music in the background should fade out now, because once I've got it recorded, Melissa has written, Melissa has written a guitar part that we will start hearing coming from upstairs round about this moment. So I need to force her to sit down for more than 5 minutes so we can record that, though. Oh, other than that as well, that background music was new. I needed something for the mellow stories segments, because once you got the tense music playing, everything seems a bit empty when it stops. So just that little pling, 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 yeah. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so Farouk's playing guitar, and that's where you'll hear Melissa's song. And then we'll go up there, and we'll do the same scene we did before. Nothing much has changed here, so we'll skip ahead on that. Right, so quick summary again. It was just like before. They had a little chat. Hayley had a moan about the smell that the whiskey had stunk the house out with. Farouk made a bad joke. Izzy heard something upstairs that the other two didn't hear, and now she's off to explore, which will lead to a couple of events, which will lead to us eventually getting into the garage. Here we go. So, not much visually changed here. We could do more junk in here as well, actually. Although, what has changed, actually, come to think of it, is I've got a lot more of the texturing done. Some of that is just placeholder. I need to tidy that up a bit. Oh, the brochure's been moved, but that will probably be moved again. I still need seat textures, but yeah, the car was a nightmare. It took so long to just get everything painted and built on this. Especially the flipping engine. That took forever to make. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, we know what happens now. We look at the engine. Someone's removed the battery. Our pretty obvious goal for our end game there. And Farouk comes in for a chat. Don't worry too much about this dialogue, because I've got another draft I need to put in that's a little bit more punchy and has a nice little bit of foreshadowing, and so I'll be changing that out soon. Okay, so just like last time, we got stuck in the garage, we got our lantern up and working, and then we found a way out through the vent. And this is where things start to get serious. So, not saying anything, just let that sink in. Yes, everyone has disappeared. There's no sign of them. Doors wide open. You're new. And off he goes. Right. We have Farouk's license. Another fun little subtle hint that something's gone awry, and at the same time a fun little in-joke with my little brother, so always good. So now we'll have to find out where the hell everyone's gone to. Hello. Now, we do have our first interactive piece of dialogue for a bit there, so they're all starting to be installed, but I don't want to spoil anything, so we're going to skip ahead again. The attic's starting to be fleshed out a bit here. We can still do some more junk around here. We've got a new little crawl space just to make things a little bit more awkward and ungainly when you're moving around. We have roped up wardrobe and a coat hanger. And some more of those shotgun shells. So we're slowly stockpiling as we move around. Hello. Yeah, that is a placeholder. That was messy. So I'll tidy that up when we get the chance. Right, so now our puzzle loop starts for real. Blood. This wasn't here before. Is he master of stating the obvious? The trail continues downstairs. It's wet and still warm. What the hell's happening here? That full stop at the end of that is really bugging me. I need to get that taken out. And, no, I'm not going to spoil that. No, you're going to have to see what's around the corner for yourself when you play it. Ooh, yep, this is new. We've always got our lean. Where are you going? Where are you going? I need to get in there. Ooh, he's coming this way. So, yeah, we've polished up. I keep saying we, I'm the only one here. I've polished up the AI a bit, so he's a bit more attentive and a bit more merciless than he was before. Improved the stats so he does a hell of a lot more damage when he hits you as well. But I might even jack that up a little bit more. I'm thinking 2 or 3 hits and you're dead, essentially. Right, moving on. Ah! Right, run. Yeah. And yeah, you remember from last time? That's the chase music from last month. Where are we going to go? Hide. Ah, get in there. Stop catching on the door. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Right, he's got a lot better as well. When he knows for certain you're in there, he will just smash through the door and grab you. Although another point of note, that character model will be completely changing as well. What with the change in the storyline. But should be a pretty decent one. I've got some good ideas of where that's going to go. Ah! Stop it! Ah! Run! That's better. Oh my god, I need healing as well. I need to make it more... I need to make it more clear when you're low health. I think I only take 1 or 2 more hits. Run! I think a stamina function might be a good idea as well. It's a little too easy to evade. Hey, we got painkillers though. Where are you? Ooh. Go away. Go away. I need to get past you. Sneaky. Ooh, don't you dare turn back this way. I've got nowhere to go. Alright, where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. I can hear your little feet moving. that you're there. Okay. Right, can I completely juke you? Did you see me go under the table? Ah, no you didn't, stupid. Okay, although I did thoroughly enjoy just playing through that whole puzzle loop of avoiding our guy, who is currently over there, I, irritatingly enough, can't give away where everything is and all the solutions, so I'll probably just do that last section as a little montage with all the important bits cut out. But either way, we've evaded our big baddie, and we've collected up all the information we need to work out the safe combination. Which naturally I'm not going to show you what it is, I'm just going to skip clicking all the buttons. Okay, one inputted safe combination, click, you unlocked it. And obviously once again I can't show you what's in the safe as well, because that's another spoiler, but just know we've got all the stuff and we're heading off to our next part. Should get us into the only unexplored part of the house now. Just FYI as well, I'm making this a lot harder on myself than need be, because I'm going around with a lantern on to make it easier for you guys to see, and he does pick up on the lantern light. Right, we are now in the only as of yet unexplored part of the house, and I'm going to be very careful about showing you what's in here as well. God, we really are tiptoeing around this whole spoiler thing at the moment, but just know that's a thing. Oh, and so's that. Hiding. Let's let him do his thing and then we'll head back out into the rest of the house. We'll go hunting. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can actually show you guys without spoiling it now. Honestly, I don't think there is. Anything else is going to give away way too much of the game. But while we explore for a bit out there, without risking showing off anything, let's recap what is left that needs doing. So, smoothing groups, get rid of those weird edges. That won't take long at all. I'll turn my light back on, I can't see. Oh, he's disappeared somewhere. Voice acting. Narration, bit of scenery to tidy up everything. Most of the bug hunts have been done already. Halfway through the optimizing already. Yeah, just additional scenery. Oh, and the new evidence items. I want to replace the ones that are in there at the moment and get that fuller story. Oh, and the new baddie model. There's really not a hell of a lot that needs doing. I've got that 5-minute prologue that I want to stick at the beginning of it as well. That might take a moment. But yeah, there is a damn good chance that I could pull this off and have something at least playable for Halloween. Like I said, don't quote me on it. It's going to be tight, but we'll try for it. On the other note of releases, by the way, thanks for the support with Copperport Untold last month. That went down really well, so we're definitely going to be doing more of those. I've already got one in the works myself that I've written. I've already finished up the art and half of the story for it. And don't quote me on this, but I heard a sneaking little rumour that our Dave might have another one in the works too. But so that's unofficial, didn't hear it from me, because I don't want to go piling on pressure on him when he hasn't actually done anything. But I'm feeling confident he's got something in the works, let's just say. I guess that's pretty much all we can show then. So, as always, the game file as is at the moment will be up and available to play on the Patreon. And of course, on that note, a big shout out to Mark from Earth and Jamie Ennis for their continued support. Once this video goes live, round about that point, I should also have September's Patreon uploads done, which will be the artwork for the new Copperport Untold that will be coming soon. You'll also have the full recording of the new ambient track, plus some unused artwork from the background story of this one as well. So that'll be all up live and ready to go. Anyone looking to support me on the Patreon, it starts off at £1 a month, and you can follow the link in the description. But if you don't fancy going the Patreon route and still want to support me, there is a like and subscribe button that will help me out greatly. Thank you. Of course, you can follow me on stuff, so there's @ProfessorStitch on both Twitter and Instagram. But I think that's it for now, so I'm going to have a hell of a job trying to catch up and get everything done in time for Halloween, so I'm going to dive back in. So until next time, goodbye.